Good. So we're going to be focusing a little bit on shoulders today, which will include a shoulder stand. So if you are watching at home today, just maybe be aware of having a door or a wall near you so you can pop your legs up it at some point if you want to. Good. Let's start just by engaging with the breathing. Maybe resting for a few moments over the block. Good. Just feeling that gentle lift in the chest. Maybe bringing the arms away from the body a little bit more. Maybe opening the legs a bit more so that the feet just flop out to the sides. And we're really loosening around the hips and the pelvis. Good. And then just activating Ujjayi breath here. So start to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe making that narrowing in the throat a little smaller as you just hear the sound of the breath. And as you deepen that breathing a little bit, just starting to let go of any tension in your body with every single out breath. Good. Just drawing the awareness inwards. And just that gentle scan around your body, maybe check in with your breath and your mind. Good, well done. And just softly, I'm going to bring the legs a bit closer together, take a lovely big stretch, reach the fingertips away. Good, as you press away with those fingers and toes, maybe pressing away any of your problems, anything that you don't want to bring into the room with you, you can just press away, just visualising and leaving your body. Knowing that for the next hour we're just going to focus on the movements, the breath, maybe some meditation. Good. And then softly the arms come back. You're going to bring the feet as close to the bottom as you can, bring them nice and close. And then bringing the soles of your feet together, just allow the knees to release down. Take a gentle bit of pressure between the soles of your feet. Good. Relaxing those knees down. And as you press the feet together, just feel that connection between the soles of the feet. And maybe you'll create a little bit of space in those hips. So the idea here is that as you create a little bit more pressure between the feet, that gives you more space in the hips, and then eventually those knees will start to work their way down a little bit more. Good. With your next inhale, the arms are going to rise up. Bring them all the way over, reaching away into your fingertips. Good. Make sure you're keeping that face nice and soft as well, so a nice release around the face. Deep breath in, long breath out. Good. And the palms of the hands together, draw them down towards the heart and just connect for a moment with your heart centre. Focusing on your own intentions. Maybe your own intentions for practice. It might be that you want to send some energy to something. Good. And then when you feel ready, we're going to relax the arms gently down by the side. Start to draw the knees all the way up. Good. And really feel the backs of the toes and the knuckle joints of the fingers pressing down into the floor. So that really nice sense of grounding, rooting down into the floor with the fingers, with palms of the hands, the soles of the feet. Good, nice work. Gently rolling away from your block. And then come back down onto your back for a moment. Good, bringing the feet a little bit closer towards the heels. And then as you inhale, you're going to just softly lift the arms all the way up so the fingertips are pointing up towards the shoulder, towards the ceiling. Good. So almost relax your shoulders down a little bit and feel the spread of the shoulders. And then take a breath in. As you exhale, reach away with both of your hands so that you're lifting the shoulder blades away from the floor. floor a little bit. Good. And then relax. It's a very, very small movement, just feeling that opening between the shoulder blades. 2 more times. So reach into the fingers, lengthening the arms up towards the ceiling. And then relax. And then a deep breath in as you reach away again. And then exhale, just dropping the shoulders back down onto the floor. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, arms come behind and overhead. So reach into your fingertips, backs of the hands touch the floor. Good. Opening into those shoulders. Take a breath in here. You're going to press down into the feet. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift your hips, coming all the way up into Satya Bandhasana bridge pose, but with the arms above. So feel that lovely opening in the shoulders. Remember to work at your own pace here though. Any tightness or tension, you can relax or you can bring the arms down. Breathe in and breathe out, squeezing the tummy. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to gently lift the heels if that feels good. Well done. But remember again, any cramping sensations, or if it doesn't feel right, you can just relax back down. Well done. Let's place the feet back down on the floor. And then slowly roll down, lifting the arms and bringing those arms in a lovely big arc all the way over. Hands to the floor. Good. Breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Let's take the arms out to the side here. Now reach away into your fingertips. Good. Find that lovely connection between the fingertips. See if you can reach away a little bit more. Notice that space between the shoulder blades. Take the feet a little bit wider apart, maybe to hip distance, and just softly bring the knees over to the right side, almost drawing that left knee in and down towards the floor, and then take it over to the other side. So nice and softly moving through the waist, but keep that connection in the shoulders as well, so you're feeling it through those shoulders. Good. Over to the other side, just in your own time. And again, almost windscreen wipering those legs from side to side, just feeling a nice gentle massage across the lower back. Good. Really nice. And then coming back to the centre when you feel ready, we're going to just slide away with the left leg, pop the right foot on top of your thigh, move into spinal twist. So knee comes all the way down towards that left side, and we look back towards the right hand. Again, position those shoulders so you're reaching away into the fingertips and you're drawing the hip away from your armpit. Good. Breathe here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Another deep breath in as you squeeze the tummy, maybe drawing that leg a little bit closer down towards the floor. Good. Straightening the left leg. Well done. And then bring it all the way back to centre. Hug the knees in, or the knee in, sorry, just that one knee, and then pick up your forehead. Good. Nice stretch away with that left leg. Beautiful. Relax your head down. Good. You're going to draw the left foot in and then extend away with the right one. Good. Placing the foot on top of the thigh and then gently move into spinal twist towards the right side. So knee comes down to the right. Look back towards that left arm, extending away again with those fingers. Good. Feel that lovely stretch in the armpit as you ease the hip across a little bit. Maybe straightening the right leg, squeezing the tummy. Good. And then gently all the way back to centre. Beautiful. And then let's pick up the knees, hug them in towards your chest. Feel that nice release in your lower back. So soft and gently, either rocking or circling. Good. Just release any tension that you might have there. Good. Popping the feet down onto the floor. You're going to roll up into bridge pose. So pressing the hands firmly down into the mat. Lift up as high as you can. This time walking the hands underneath and clasping them. See if you can really draw the hands down towards the heels at the back. So you're kind of clasping those hands, but really squeezing your shoulder blades together underneath you. Good. Breathe here, lovely opening across the chest. Inhale and exhale. Strongly pressing down into those feet, maybe lifting the hips a little bit more. And again, if it feels nice, you can come up onto those heels, onto the backs of the toes while they're lifting the heels. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, the heels come down. Relax the arms, roll all the way down. And then extend away with those legs. Good. Breathe here. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Good. We're going to softly press down into the back of the head. And then as we squeeze the legs together, just begin to press and slide up onto the top of your head, coming into your fish pose here. Good. Breathe into it. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Squeeze the tummy. Well done. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Keep pointing away with the toes and squeeze those kneecaps towards each other. Good. Squeeze your belly. Lift your pelvic floor. Stay with that breath. Fish pose. That's the asana. One more breath in. As we exhale, we're going to press firmly down into the forearms, lifting the head, and then slowly roll all the way down. Good. Taking a deep breath in, let's lift the arms up. Lovely big stretch through your whole body here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Bringing the head back to the centre. Well done. Inhale and exhale. We're going to bring the palms of the hands together here. Feel the ears against the inner arms. Well done. And see if you can reach away a little bit more, pointing those first fingers towards the back of the room for you. Deep breath in as you squeeze the belly. Long breath out, maybe lengthening. Good. And then slowly the arms come all the way down. We're going to slide the feet up, hugging those knees in and moving into an Urdhva. So soles of your feet up towards the ceiling, draw the knees down. Well done. And find as much of the spine touching the floor as you can. So a lovely lengthening into your lower back and also a release in the shoulders. Good. Breathe here. Inhale deeply and exhale. Good. Bring those knees in for a moment. And again, just some gentle movement if that feels good, just to relax the back. Nice. We're going to gently cross the ankles, bring yourself all the way up. And we're going to come forwards and then find your child's pose. So relaxing down into your child's pose. Reaching those fingers ahead in front of you. Good. Nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Well done. Just walking the hands gently over to the right side. See if you can relax down over that right knee a little bit here. Taking a breath. And exhaling. Good. And then let's slowly bring it back to the centre. Well done. And again, just extend away with those fingertips, maybe activating the arms a little by pressing the pads of the fingers down into your mat. And then let's walk to the other side and then just lay down over that leg again. Breathe here. Good. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Beautiful. When you feel ready, you're going to come back to the centre and then gently lift yourself all the way up to your hands and knees. We're going to walk the knees back a little bit. And then we're going to inhale as we bring it forward. So inhale, just taking the hips forwards, open across the chest, into a little, almost into an upward facing dog. Exhale as you bring the hips all the way back, moving towards that child's pose almost. Inhale forwards. Good. And exhale back. And close the eyes here and just find that lovely movement through the arms and the shoulders. And almost feel a bit like an undulating kind of wave as you roll back and forth a little bit. You can draw the belly in Good, and just find that gentle, soft movement through the spine as you ease forwards, breathing in, and exhale as you come back. Good, now if you want to, you can speed it up a little bit. You can make it a bit stronger by coming a little bit deeper into each pose. Or of course, you can make it feel a little less intense just by softening. Good, and making it a little bit less kind of full on. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Inhale again, all the way forwards. Exhaling this time, we'll bring it back into our child's pose and relax for a moment here. Just let go for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a moment to find your breath, drawing the breath into the back of the body. Good. We're going to just creep the fingertips forwards, finding mounting heart pose. So sliding the hands forwards, reach with those fingers, nice straight arms, and see if you can get your armpits down towards the floor. Good, so nice pressure through the front of the chest, almost imagining that I'm pressing between your shoulder blades here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Good, forehead or chin can be on the floor. Good, nice work. One more breath in. Let's draw it all the way back, coming back to hands and knees. You're going to tuck under with toes, find your downward facing dog. Some gentle pedaling here just to feel connected into that down dog for a moment, just easing out the backs of the legs. Relax your head, really kind of bend the knees and press your bottom as far back towards the back of the mat as you can. Good, inhaling and exhaling. Well done. We're going to gently come up onto the backs of the toes and roll forwards to a plank pose. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhaling, baby cobra. Good. Exhale, draw it all the way back. Come and find that child's pose for a moment. Forward to the floor. Breathe here. Deep inhale. And a long exhale. Good. Nice work. One more breath. As we exhale, let's gently bring it all the way back up to hands and knees. Tuck under toes, back to downward facing dog. Again, a little bit of movement if you need to. So you can bend the knees, pedal through the feet. And then come to stillness for a moment. See if you can work on drawing those heels down a little bit more. Activate the upper arm muscles. Activate the muscles in your back. Press your chest forward, so as if you're in that melting heart puppy dog pose. Nice deep breaths in and out here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. This time we're going to walk all the way up towards the top of the mat. And roll yourself all the way up. Find your mountain pose. Good. As you come to the top, just relax for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go of the breath. We're going to inhale as we lift the arms up. Exhale, softly fold forwards. See if you can touch the floor. Bring the hands all the way up to the shins and look up. Good. Exhaling, release all the way down. Inhale, step back with your right foot, holding that lunge for a moment. You're going to find a little rotation here. So pick up your left arm. Good. Turning towards that knee, nice and strong in that back leg. Exhale, release the hands, come down, step back. Down dog. Good. We're going to breathe in as we roll forwards to plank and then back into that little knees, chest and chin to the floor and baby cobra. Good. Breathe here. Let's press back through hands and knees. Tuck under with your toes and find your down dog. 3 nice long breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Good. And again. Inhaling. And exhaling. And last breath. And exhale. This time as you breathe in, you're going to let your right leg rise all the way up. Press the toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you step it forwards and then bring the other foot alongside. Inhaling as you lift. Palms together, down to your heart center. Good. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Find that lovely stretch in the back of the legs. Good. Squeeze your tummy. Exhaling as you come down. And then we step back again with that left foot. Hold your lunge. Good. So, left hand plants down. Right hand reaches all the way up. Beautiful. And just find that lovely rotation. Almost turning your belly button towards that inner thigh. Good. Hand comes down and step back. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale deeply as you roll forwards to your plank pose. Knees, chest, chin to the floor into baby cobra. Good. Hug those elbows in. Activate the legs and the belly. Good. And then press back through your hands and knees. Back into your downward facing dog. Good. A couple of nice long breaths in and out here. Keep pressing firmly into those knuckle joints with the fingers. Activating the arms. Good. Squeezing through the belly. Well done. Think about really pressing your sit bones back up towards the back of the room and the ceiling. Really nice. Next inhale, the left leg rises. We're going to step it gently up to the front. Other foot comes alongside. Inhale and lift. Palms together down to your heart center. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. We're going to inhale here, bring the arms all the way up. Hold at the top for a moment. And then as we exhale, we're going to turn gently towards the right and open the arms out. Come to warrior arms. Good. Looking towards the right. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling down towards the left. Good. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Well done. One more time. We lift all the way up. And exhale as you fold forward. Good. Inhaling, bring the hands to the shins, look up. Exhaling, release. Step back with the right foot and the left. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Good. We're going to roll forwards to that plank. You can hold your plank up if you want to, or you can pop your knees down on the floor, whichever works for you. Breathe here. A couple more breaths. Good. And then everybody take your knees down. We're going to come all the way down, inhaling up into either baby cobra, or you can come into an upward facing dog if that feels good for you today. Good. Tuck under with your toes, back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Remember, you can always come through those knees if you need to. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Inhaling, right leg rises. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Other leg follows, and then inhaling in. Exhale down. Two nice long breaths in and out here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. With your next inhale, you're going to rise up with those arms. Exhale as you fold all the way down. Good. Inhaling, just pick up the hands, bring them to the shins, look up, exhale, release down. And step back with that left foot this time, and right. Well done. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Squeeze your tummy, lift those hips and sit bones. Activate your shoulders and your back. Good. And then roll forwards to your plank. Hold that plank for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, you can pop your knees down should you need to. Good. Everyone, knees, chest and chin. Inhaling into upward facing dog. Well done. And then tuck your toes under, come back into your down dog, or through the knees. Pedal your feet here. Good. Maybe take the hips out a little bit from side to side, lengthening the sides of your body. Well done. And then the next inhale, your left leg rises. Step up to the top of the mat. Inhale as you lift all the way up. Palms together. Down to your heart center. Breathe here. Deep inhale, long exhale. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. with your toes, and then pick up your knees as you move into dolphin pose. So strong through those shoulders. Remember, you can walk your feet forwards if you want to. And remember, you can always bend the knees a little bit more if that's better for you. Or, of course, come down to the floor. If any of you want to take a foot off, you're welcome to do so. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Strong in those shoulders. One more breath in. Exhaling slowly, bring those knees down. Release the arms out in front of you and then relax your forehead. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, just slide the hands all the way back. Bring the arms behind you. And then just allow your shoulders to just melt down over your knees. Good. Nice breath in. Long breath out. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now, I'm going to very gently just come up to our hands and knees for a moment. Tuck under with toes, come back into downward facing dog here. Well done. Pick up your right foot, and we're going to bring the knee in nice and close towards the chest, and then bring that right knee over towards your right wrist. We're going to take a little pigeon here, not for long though. Come down onto your forearms and hold on with your forearms. Again, relax the head down. Make sure the hips feel nice and square. Deep breath in, long breath out as you relax the hips down. One more time. Deep breath in, long breath out. Good. Then we walk all the way back with those hands. Pick up the back leg if it feels good for you. Some of you might be able to take hold of the foot, but only if that feels good. So don't feel you have to. Some of you might want to use both hands. Maybe not today. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, relax. Beautiful. And then bring that knee all the way back. We're going to come back and find our downward facing dog. Good. And then just pedal the feet a little bit here. Hips from side to side again. Strength through the arms. Good. Activating the muscles of the arms, activating the muscles in the back. Beautiful. And then let's take a deep breath in. We're going to lift that left leg this time. Bend the knee, bring it in. Come and find a little pigeon on the left side. Soften down, come to forearms. Relax your head. Deep breath here. Long breath out as you relax. Let go of the pelvis, let go of the hips around, or let go of the muscles around the hips rather. Another deep breath in, long breath out. See if you can let go. One more breath in, and then gently we're going to start to walk those hands back. And again, pick up the back leg if it feels good. A little stretch in the front of the thigh. If you want to take a hold of it, by all means do. Good. Breathe in just to intensify that stretch through the front of the thigh. Well done. Good. One more breath in. Exhaling as you release. We're going to come all the way back. And again, find that downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's softly release to the knees. Sit back into your child's pose for a moment. Good. And take a rest. Deep breath in, long breath out. Let go of the wrist, so release any tension you might be feeling in the wrist, maybe squeezing the hands a little bit, maybe wriggling the fingers. And then maybe just walking the fingers forwards a little bit. Feel that gentle pull into the muscles of your back. Good. Softly we're going to bring ourselves all the way back to seated. And then we're going to come over to the wall, for those of you. So if you want to, you can pop your mat this way round. You might want to make sure you're not in shot. Yeah, that'll be okay there, Dave. Good. been wanting to do legs up there for a while, let's say this up. Yes. It's so nice, isn't it? Oh, I know. So, what I want you to do is make sure that your bottom is as close to the skirting board as it can be, which might mean a little bit of wriggling around and walking your shoulders back. And then just for a moment, just relax with those legs against the wall. Maybe the arms are gently out to the sides a little bit and you can feel that movement around the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And we did a bit of legs up earlier on in the first class this morning. But it's important, it helps to pump the lymphatic fluid around your body, so it's really good for activating into the immune system, the lymphatic system. The lymph system doesn't have its own pump like the blood system does, so doing this kind of thing is really helpful. It doesn't feel like we're doing too much at the moment. But what we're going to do now is just very gently pick up your right ankle and just cross it over the knee. And then press your left foot down into the wall so that your sole of your foot is now on the wall, and you'll find that that gives you a really nice stretch into the hips here for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, which will feel nice after that little pigeon. So breathe in and breathe out, just softening here. Good. And then slowly straightening that leg and come over to the other side. Left ankle comes over the right knee. And then bringing the foot just nice and softly towards the wall. See how far you can bring that foot down and see how close you can bring that knee in towards you. You'll feel a big stretch in the glute muscle around that hip joint. Good. Well done. And then softly, whenever you feel ready, you can just release it. Beautiful. Let's take the legs out nice and wide. So open the legs as wide as you can comfortably go. Feel that stretch in the inner thighs, and it's helpful to press away with the heels. That intensifies the stretch, almost drawing those toes towards you. Nice connection into your core here. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Breathe here. Good. So a nice stretch for the inner thighs. And then as you soften into it, maybe let go a little bit more, and you might find that the legs can come a little bit wider apart. Good. Breathe here. Really lovely big stretch. But you may well have found your limit with these muscles, and that's okay too. You know, don't create pain. Good. But just sometimes as we stay here, a softening will occur. Well done. And then just very gently, we're going to use the hands if you need to. Draw those legs all the way back up. And then just point the toes away for a moment. Feel that stretch in the front of the foot. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. So we're going to come into our little shoulder stand by first of all bringing the feet down towards the wall. So soles of the feet press against the wall. Arms can gently just come away from the body, but feel that connection into your shoulders. So begin to almost walk your shoulders down towards your waist a little bit, almost squeezing them together. Now importantly, the really important thing, especially if you're watching at home, is to make sure that you're keeping your head nice and central, no looking to the side at all. And we're just going to transfer the weight from the back to the feet. So I want you to feel that little pressure. As you start to lift the hips a little bit, you'll feel that transfer of weight. Now, whenever you feel ready, you can press a little bit more, lift all the way up, until eventually you're maybe coming into this nice little box shape from sideways on. Now, keep that head really nice and central, and walk your elbows in. Maybe clasp the hands for a moment to just make sure you've got that elbow position in a good place. And then try and fix your elbows where they are, and then bring the hands so that they're coming into the lower back or the very top of that pelvis at the back. Good. Chin is tucked in, you're squeezing your core, and then it's up to you. You're welcome to stay here in this version of shoulder stand, or you might want to take one leg away and then the other leg and come and find a full shoulder stand. Remembering you can always pop your foot down on the floor, on the wall rather, whenever you need to. Stay central. If you need to come down, then do. But breathing here. Now if you're comfortable up here in your shoulder stand, you might want to have a little play around by maybe releasing that right leg down. You might be able to bring your foot to the floor. Now don't worry if you can't. Good. And then softly bringing the leg all the way back. And you might want to come to the other side. So you flex away with the heel, press into the heel, and maybe that toe will come down and touch the floor. Good. All the way back. Beautiful. Now you might want to have a go with both legs. If you do, you might find it more comfortable to bring the hands down, clasp them, and then just come into your plough pose. Good. But remember, always looking after your lower back. Well done. Some of you might want a little play here, maybe taking the legs nice and wide or bringing the feet together. Or you might want to come into stillness and just work with pressing the hips forwards, the feet back a little bit so you're in that lovely straight line. Breathe here. Sometimes we find a lovely bit of lightness as we lift the hips a little bit more. And we know we're kind of in the right place. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. One more breath here. We're going to gently take one foot to the wall and then the other. Relax and bring the hands down and slowly but surely lower yourself down. Take it nice and easy, and then when you get to the bottom, just relax. Arms come out to the side, maybe even overhead if that feels nice. Find a lovely stretch. Good. Relax the knees a little bit here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and then just slide the heels down towards the bottom. Find that little stretch in the inner thigh. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice flat back down on the floor. Release, release, release. Good work, everybody. Breathe in here and breathe out. And just allow the body to rest for a moment, maybe bringing the hands to the belly. Nice long breath in, long breath out. Good. And we're going to hug those knees in a little bit so the feet are against the floor again, just a moment. Clasping the hands around and maybe just a nice soft and gentle rock from side to side if that feels good. Good. And then when you feel ready, you're going to very gently just rock over towards that right side and come over onto your side and just place the hands underneath the temple for a moment and just relax here. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the body just fully relax on your side. Good. And then gently we're going to gracefully bring ourselves up and then come and find yourself laying on your back for a moment. So take yourself all the way back down. Good. Well done. And again, gently draw those knees in here. Let's take some gentle movements around the hips if it feels good. So you might want to open the knees or maybe turn the knees. Well done. And then softly bring the feet all the way down to the floor. Hands gently underneath the bottom, extend away with those legs again. We'll move into our fish pose. So take a deep breath in as you exhale. Begin to lift your chest, sliding up onto the back or the top of the head. Good. This time you can flex the feet if that feels good. Find that lovely stretch through the back of the legs, squeezing the knees together. And what we're doing here is reversing Jalalabandha. So we were working with Jalalabandha, the chin lock, when we were working with our shoulder stand. So now we're opening up the throat, exposing the throat chakra. So it might make you cough a little bit, it's not unusual. Just breathe in, breathe out. Really feel the air filling the lungs. Some really nice deep breaths in and out here in your fish pose. Good. And then with one more breath in, you're going to just gently press down into the forearms, lifting the head a little bit away from the floor before rolling all the way down take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Good work, everyone. Inhaling and exhaling. Really nice. Start to gently slide those feet towards the bottom again. We're going to hug the knees in again. Just a gentle counter pose for that fish pose around the belly. This time come into Uttanasana with stillness. So just release, just allow the back to soften into the mat, closing the eyes for a few moments. Feeling that gentle pressure into the organs. So just a very gentle pressure. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Well done. You're going to very slowly just lower the feet down to the floor. And then bringing the arms out to the side again. Lovely big reach away into your fingertips. And then slowly lower knees down to the right side. Good. Now looking across towards your left hand. Just find that nice gentle twist. And I want you to just focus a little bit on easing that left hip forwards, bringing the knees and the ankles together so they're stacking. And just maybe resting the gaze on the palm of the hand, or maybe eyes closed if that feels good too. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely big twist around the body. Good. Relax your shoulders. Good. We're going to gently bring those knees all the way back up to centre. Good. Realign the spine before slowly those knees come over to the left side. Again, knees, ankles, hips stacking a little bit. And then look over towards that right hand, maybe closing the eyes again. Good. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Again, just seeing if you can ease that right hip this time, maybe further forwards. Feel that gentle stretch in the armpit a little bit. Good. And then softly, please come back to the centre. We're going to take the feet a little bit wider this time. Bring the arms down just a fraction so they're not quite so high. Good. And then the feet come wide, we're going to windscreen wiper those legs. So feel and notice if maybe the knees want to come down a little bit more towards the floor. Maybe you feel a little bit more looser around the waist. Good. Maybe the shoulders are relaxing down into the floor a little bit more. Good. Nice work. Well done. And then come back to the centre. Hugging those knees back in again. This time nice big circles into your lower back. So really release any tension you might have there. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Popping the feet back down onto the floor. This time just walk those feet out. Bring the knees in. Good. Take the hands to the belly for a moment and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Good. Almost squeezing them together. Relax the chin, relax the face. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, just soften the body a little bit. Maybe feel that release in the spine. And as you're breathing in, maybe the belly is expanding a little bit, so you can feel that breath in your belly. Maybe pressing the belly a little bit as you breathe in. Good. And then nice and gently, let's take the hands just to the lower ribs. Bring the elbows out to the side a little bit more. Open through those shoulders. And then this time as you're breathing in and out, I want you to feel the lower ribs just almost spreading and moving a little bit. So the belly is kind of rising and those lower ribs are lifting. Nice, slow, steady breaths in and out through the nose. Making sure the face feels nice and relaxed. Good. want to come in a little bit now, and the shoulders come together a little bit. And then we're going to breathe in fully. So we breathe into the belly, into the ribs, into the top of the chest as well. Really big, expansive breath. Exhaling and releasing. And then if you can, you're going to try and just hold the breath a little bit in between that inhale and exhale. So breathe in, fill the lungs all the way, and then suspending your breath, just holding that breath in for a moment, or just until you feel that urge just to exhale again. And then when you let go, softening the spine, really relaxing. Good. And then beginning that cycle again of a lovely deep breath in. And maybe holding on to the breath, suspending it until you feel ready. So there's no rights or wrongs here. When you feel ready to exhale, just letting go fully. Good. And again, one more deep breath in. Really fill the whole of the body. Good. Holding the breath just for as long as you feel comfortable. And then exhaling. Good. You're going to bring the arms just down by the sides of the body for a moment. Walk the feet in. Come and find Supta Baddha Konasana, supporting the thighs with the hands. Again, a lovely opening in that chest. And then breathe here. Allow the breath to be natural. No forcing of the breath. Good. One more breath here. Gently draw the knees all the way back up. And then very gently, you're going to take the head just over to the right side. Releasing the ear down towards the floor. Bring it all the way back to the centre. And then slowly over to the other side. Good. Well done. Bring it back to the centre. And then we're going to start making ourselves ready for relaxation. So if you want to stay where you are, you're welcome to just be as you are and just relax. Or it might be that you want to grab a blanket or an eye pillow. Maybe even move to your preferred space if you want to. That's okay. Good. Well done. As you prepare for your relaxation, you can just let go completely, relaxing the shoulders, letting go of any tension that you might be feeling around those shoulders. Good. Letting go of the hips. Relaxing the arms and legs just within your own range. So it might be that you want those knees bent, or you might be on your side. Always okay. Good. And just take your time for a few moments, being comfortable before being with your breath. And just notice the breath in and out of the lungs, nice and gently. Notice if you feel drawn to rest your consciousness on one particular area. You might be drawn to the heart centre, you might be drawn to the throat. Wherever you're drawn to, just relax. Maybe breathing into that area. Good, and as you start to fully let go, just knowing that we're in a safe and secure space, just to totally relax the mind and body. If you find you become distracted, you can always just come back to your breathing. gentle movements with the arms and the legs. You might want to cover the eyes and just wave those eyes in darkness just for a few moments before opening the eyes up. Maybe taking some nice gentle stretches or some gentle twists, whatever it is that you need to do to wake up your own body before. Just nice and softly. You can either come to one side first and come to seated, or you're welcome to rock yourself up. Very nice and nice. Well done, well, nice work. Good. Come and find a nice comfortable seat, and you can close the eyes for a moment and just relax. Checking in with the body and the mind. Just noticing how you feel, noticing if you feel maybe a little bit calmer, maybe the body feels a little bit more softened, a bit looser. Good, nice. Going to sit up nice and tall, lifting up through the spine, and then as you inhale, you can start to bring the arms all the way up. Exhaling all the way down. So just increasing those oxygen levels a little bit to take us through the rest of the day. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling down. And one more time. Just lifting all the way up. Watch the fingers as they touch. And then watching the thumbs as you draw the hands all the way down to your heart centre. And again, just take a moment here with any intentions, any sankalpa that you work with. It might be that you have a daily mantra. It might be that there's something in particular that you're asking for. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. Good. And then gently taking the hands to the forehead, we think kind and loving thoughts. And we bring it to the lips, speak with kindness and truth. And to the heart, where we have a kind, open and loving heart. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
Namaste.
Thank you. Lovely session. Well done. Well done. A bit sticky, but not too bad. Thank you, everybody. There is a list of the workshop dates, I think, on the side there. If any of you are interested on, not workshops, the pop-up sessions that I've got. But I'll be advertising them in the groups and things as well. First one is on Sunday. So thank you for watching at home. Take care. Bye-bye.